Hi, you're welcome to Director MJ's Corner. In the course of this video, I'll be showing you some simple tricks, simple ways that I create my own effects, or I can call them plugins, for my mapping software, which is HeavyM. HeavyM is a tool that I use for LED mappings, projection mappings, and all. It's a very great tool, very great software. I can recommend it any day, anytime. And in most times, as a creative, as a visual creator, as an artist, as a creative artist, a fine artist, I find it amazing how I can tweak the software in depth, in and out. And in most cases, I have some things in my head that I want to achieve, and I'm having a little bit of difficulty because I don't have some of these plugins in the software. What the software has been able to do is allow people like us to create our own plugins and import it into the software. And that's what I'll be showing you today. I'll be writing some codes, coding some plugins, and importing it into HeavyM projection mapping software. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So let's get into the video. We're right here. This is HeavyM. This is HeavyM software. Already launched. I believe as one HeavyM user that you are, you will understand the interface. What I'm talking about, this is the interface of HeavyM. We have where we import our shaders, our videos, our photos, our still photos, and whatsoever, PNG, JPEG, MOV, MP4 format, any kind of format. This is where we import them, and these are the layers. So this is not a 101 video for beginners, and in no time we'll do that. But this video, I believe you already understand the interface of HeavyM, how to map, how to import how to send out sources and all that. But in this video, I'll be showing you how I create my plugins, I import it in, and show you how it works. So we're going to be starting with this. I want to show you one plugin. And in HeavyM, we have shaders. This is the new version of this is the old version of HeavyM. This is 2.13. We have 2.14 with new shaders and plugins, but yet there is a plugin that's missing, which is the scroll effect. This is a scroll effect. You can't through HeavyM, there is no way where I can have a text on the screen and I want it to scroll, or an image on the screen and I want it to scroll left or right, up, down, infinitely, or increase the speed, make a loop out of it. There is no way in HeavyM. So because of the flexibility of HeavyM, and they've made it possible for us to create and import, I've been able to create a lot of fantastic plugins, a lot of shaders. And these shaders, very important, they come in .fs extension. So it has to be .fs extension. If not, it won't work for HeavyM. So let me show you. So let's start. Let me just put a text. Let's use a text layer. Let's do a text layer, and we're getting into it. Let's say our resolution is 1920 1080. That is HD. Let's say that's our resolution, 1080 as full HD. So, and we need to bring our text, which we are going to animate to scroll left, right, up, down. So let's say Director MJ scroll text. this is my text, HeavyM, in HeavyM. So I have this text. Let me the size. I believe by now a whole lot of you will know how to do this, how to create text, how to create layers, how to do imports, how to map. But this video, like I said, it's how you can create your own plugins, your own effects, and bring it in. So in this software, we have a whole lot of plugins. You see them: glitch, water, twist. But there's basically nothing in here that I can use to, scroll. We have the rotate, we have all that. So this is what I do. I dive right into the web. And as a non-coder, as someone that don't know how to write codes, that's where ChatGPT comes in. So we have our ChatGPT, and I'm going to tell ChatGPT to write me a code in .fs format, a code that I can use in HeavyM to scroll image and text any way I want. So let me show you. So I've given ChatGPT the prompt. Now it has generated the code in a very, 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 very simple manner. Mind you, this code can be tweaked. You can tweak it, you can enhance it, you can add more. But what we are doing is basic. We are just doing something basic. So I've created a code. So next thing to do, I can't just copy this code and paste it anywhere in HeavyM. There are no places where we can convert this code in HeavyM. That brings us to extensions, destinations where we can, convert this code into the proper format that will work for HeavyM. That brings us to isf.video. This is an ISF, converter or editor. We have them. You can get it on web. You can get it on app. It runs on Mac OS and also on Windows platform. But I love using the web platform because I have to log in my account and my history is there and all that. So we are there, isf.video. So you can simply click the editor, which I've already done, and it to bring us straight up here. It brings us here. And I've logged in my account. My account is already logged in. You can create an account. You log in is free of charge. You can create your account and all that. So this code, you copy that code, then you paste the code right here. Paste, copy, you paste it right here. So if you check right here, what I'm highlighting right now, I've already titled it before. So you can title your plugin, create the title here. Because I'm logged in, you are saying by Jizo, which is my email. That's my email, by this person. So you can save this. I can make it 2, then save. If you finish saving it, After saving and all that, then you zip. When you zip, you save it to a destination. I've already saved that, but for the course of this video, I'm just showing you, what to do. So this video will not be too long. So you save. Sometimes when pasting the code, you might get errors. You might get errors like this: unknown input text. If you don't understand what it's saying, what it's talking about, you can copy this. You can copy the error. This is not an error, but most times it will tell you there's an error. You take it back to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, correct this error. You paste it, and ChatGPT will explain to you. I'll tell you, okay, this was happening and all that, and it will correct it. When it's done, you copy again, you go back, and you paste and save. Now it says no output. You have to, continue to check, go through all this. And now you can see on this dashboard here, you can see it's already telling me the speed. It's telling me the directions. You can choose where you want it, up, down, side. You can go right, you can go left, you can go up. You can choose however you want your design. If you want it to just be bullets where you can click up, down, side, you can tell it to change it to bullets. You can go back to ChatGPT, tell it, change my console to bullet points instead of, faders. You can change it, but I've already created that plugin and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So like I said, you zip. After zipping, you download, then you go back to your destination where you have saved it. You extract all, and it brings us to what we have already created, which is, this is the .fs and .vs. These are two formats. HeavyM use .fs. So we have .fs, .vs. So what we are going to do next is import this file to HeavyM. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go. So we're back to HeavyM. I'm back to HeavyM right here. So you come to your shader for this layer. Select your layer. Okay, let me do something. Let me add a background. To make it interesting. Let's get a background for this. So we have one background. Let me duplicate this layer. So we have a background. So it looks more interesting. So this is our background. This is our text. Let me just rename text. Background. BGD. Background. So we can know where we are applying, our effects. So we have a background or we have a text. So on our text layer, you go to shader, you see the, shaders that come with the software. So you go to my shader, then add new. Then you go to your destination where it's saved. Click your scroll text, search for it. Then you import. Now it's imported. So in many cases, like in my case, I've created a whole lot of, custom effects. So what I do these days, I also create thumbnails for them so I can easily find them. So this is how you add thumbnail. You can add thumbnail to this. You add snapshot. I created a snapshot for this, and you also look for where you saved it, scroll, add, and that is it. Scroll, it's there. So the next thing you have to do to test, you click, voila, my text is scrolling. So this is my scroll text in HeavyM, created by me. This is my scrolling text, and it's infinite. So I can, get into the settings. I can increase the speed. I can decrease the speed. I can tell it to go down. I can tell it to go up. I can tell it to go left. I can say go right. And it also has, all other HeavyM, all other HeavyM stuff, random, I can randomize it. I can randomize that. I can also allow it, respond to however I want to sound. And this was created by yours faithfully. So this is one of many that you can create yourself. So many. There are so many things. Anything that you think in your mind, you can sit down and create these things and create these effects, this plugin, and try them out. So this is what I do. I face some challenges in different events. I have worked on so many big events, small events, conference, weddings, concerts, and they all come with different challenges. And this is one of the reasons why I've been able to create a lot that works for my style, for me. That's my style. It works for me. It's custom to me. And if it's only possible because HeavyM made it so. Kudos to them. Kudos to HeavyM. Many other software also do this. I don't want to mention their names, right? So kudos to HeavyM for allowing, people like us to be able to create, to be creative, to go wild. So we can, I can be able to create stuff like this. I've done a lot of events that require me to do this. I've created, now for the version 2.14, there is chroma key, there is flip. You can flip left and right. I created those before the updates came for HeavyM. Before then, I was always writing them. I was always writing the customer care, create this, you should have this, you should have that, until I discovered that I could do it. So I stopped sending them mails, and I started creating all that. So you too can do it. So thanks for hanging by. Go create stuff.